Hi guys, update on Britney Spears and Sam. It's in the paper today, they're engaged. Congratulations to Britney, she deserves it after everything. Let me get this information up about them. Okay, right, here we go. So, we last did a reading on them, I think it was around 7 months ago. And the fertility cards had come up where they were discussing about having a child, but it was put on hold for some reason. And then we found out later, because of the court case, remember? Apparently she wasn't even allowed to marry and have kids. So it looks like obviously now she's been given free reign, I hear. She wants to push ahead with this, especially potentially a child here too. Now his intentions are a little bit... Like I said before in all my readings, I'm going to stand by this part. I do feel he genuinely does love her, idolise her in a way. I really feel that. I feel he genuinely does love her. But there's also a bit of power and control in there as well. And it did show she was heavily supporting him financially. I just picked up now as well that she's investing in him and his career as an actor. So she'll be paying his way, I hear, and paving the way for him with her connections. So and I just heard, you rub my back, I'll rub yours. So it's almost like she's definitely going to support him there. Now let's just see what's going to go ahead in the near future, because I generally, she deserves all the happiness in the world. She really does. So let's see, Britney. I mean, she's just engaged, for God's sake. She should be happy. Let's just see. Britney Spears. How does she feel now? She's just got engaged. Anything in the back of her mind that makes her unsure about this? I hear away with the fairies, which means when you're not really always thinking straight, because away with the fairies means she's ecstatic. I heard the word ecstatic. This is pretty much her wanting to move on from everything that's gone on. This is her new life, move forward, don't look back. Pretty much moving on from the energy that's been around her, which has been stagnant, I hear, which is obvious because she's pretty much in prison for bloody years, okay? How else does she feel? Guys, again, she is thinking about long-term stability here, okay? I hear the rug was swept from under her feet in some way. I don't know how that would be with the engagement, because I would have thought, obviously, she would have thought it was going to come anyway once she won the court case. But I do hear the rug's been swept from under her feet. Not in a bad way, more about her potentially changing her mind. It's almost like I hear she does have some niggling doubts in the connection. There's some things that come through where she's a bit doubtful about trust issues, not with him, with other women again, but what he needs her for, in that respect. But she's trying to, I heard brush over it, so kind of ignore it right now, any of those niggling issues she's got in the back of her mind. I did hear in it then, in some way she does wonder if he could end up being another Jamie and trying to be too controlling, once they're married. So that's a fear of hers. Could it go back to the way it was, kind of thing? But she definitely does want another child. I really feel she wants a brand new, fresh start. She really does. And this card does mean stability, guys. One more card. Again, this is a bit of a weird one, because Ace of Pentacles, I said before about them being a power couple. Now, she's got her own money. She doesn't need his money. It's quite weird this came up as well, but I do feel like I hear striking out as a power couple. This is financial gain from them actually marrying here in some way. I have no idea how. This is about financial gain and a brand new start financially together. Mixed finances there. So she is thinking about money, linking up money with him, and in a way, a bit apprehensive, almost like all of a sudden, is that all he's there for sometimes? Because she has doubts and she's insecure. Is that all he's there for is the money? Because that's quite an odd thing to come up about when you're thinking about your partner you've just got engaged, about the money. She's got her own money. She doesn't need his. I just get niggling doubts, and she does wonder. I keep hearing another Jamie now. It's not saying he's going to turn into a dad, but after everything she's gone through, she doesn't want to, I hear, relinquish control again. And by marrying him, she will be relinquishing some of that control. So at the moment, she's, again, I hear, glossing over these fears in her head, because she just wants to be happy. She deserves to be happy. I want them to work out. I do. I think all relationships have problems. You get people that have bigger issues than this, okay? And at the end of the day, they're still married for 20 years. So I just want her to be happy. I want her to find that happiness. If it's marriage and a baby and a family again, Brittany, do it. It's your life. Pick one more card. Now, this is not the card I wanted to get, because this does show potential sadness and heartache from this connection. Now, this is what's so annoying about every reading I do on them. I like the fact that he's there supporting her, everything like that. I want it to work really badly for them. But there's always these little iffy cards around him in his energy. I just can't quite put my finger on it. It seems to be going so well, and then you just pull one that's a little bit off. And yeah, okay, let's see. That was my partner sneezing in the background, if you heard that. That was him sneezing again. Right, let's see how he feels about her. How does he feel about her? Just want her to be settled and happy. How does he... I do see a baby. I'm not going to lie, I do see a baby. How does he feel about her? How does he feel about her? And I hear sooner rather than later, by the way. Sooner rather than later. So I don't know if there's going to be an announcement in the next couple of months, pretty much close to... Also, I don't think the wedding's going to be a big thing in the paper. It could be something that you find out after that's happened, kind of thing. You know what I mean? Anyway, how does he feel about her right now? Okay, so he feels after a hard battle with the court case and everything like that, they're finally in a place where they can have healing together as a couple. And it's like a reprieve. It's almost like resting after a long, hard battle. So this means almost like a bit of relief from everything that they've been going through. Because I still, with him, I'm going to say it again, I do feel he genuinely loves her, but I do feel he overstepped the mark when it came to power over her finances, because it was an ego thing fighting between two men, which is her dad. He didn't like the way that the dad, Jamie, was treating him like a little boy, and he's a man and he wants his own career. So the energy I've always picked up from him is more that side of things for the issues, rather than him cheating on her with multiple women or anything like that. That's never really come up in the cards ever. How does he feel? Again, wooing her. Kind of makes sense. He just proposed. Really wooing her, coming on strong with a romance. I do hear, though, he wants to tie her in. He wants to tie her in. Now she's free to get married. He wants to tie her in there. And I do hear set for life. So in some ways, in the back of his mind, he knows he will be set for life if he goes ahead with this. He knows. I hear it's almost like been a long wait, and now it's actually going to happen. So he's been waiting this out for so long, and now he's going to get his way. Now, how does he feel about her? Again, it's just some of these cards, guys. It makes me a bit iffy. King of Pentacles is pretty much how he sees himself in the coming months, which is like an entrepreneur, somebody that's financially very, very stable. He is a grounding force. He's very down to earth, but this is almost like the man that has worked his arse off for years and years and years to get to where he wants to go. He didn't rush. He took years and years to be extremely successful businessman, for example. I don't think he's really done that. He's been supporting her, and now I hear it's his turn. So this is how he sees himself in the future. More investments in them and branding as a couple. So again, it's still that business aspect coming through with this connection to her, which is... Now I'm going to look into this now, because we also have some anxiety here. And I hear to tie her in. Anxiety and sleepless nights over this. Almost like, is it actually going to go ahead, the wedding? Guys, oh man, Pentacles again, business transactions. Let me pick one more. And the Wheel of Fortune, his fortune starting to do a turn, change for the better. I feel a lot of the things he wanted to do with her that he talked her around to doing was blocked by her father. And you might get some things she starts to do in the next year, random things that you wouldn't really necessarily expect from Britney. And I feel that's because it's mainly him having a word in her ear saying we should do this together. I do feel she just really wants another baby. I feel she's, again, I keep hearing she's glossing over some of the issues and her concerns over money for the fact that she really wants a baby. She wants another family. And again, he wants a family too. This is like lifelong partnership, stability. I don't know what to say, guys. I still get the same energy. I feel he does genuinely love her. I do feel he loves her. But I hear again, he also has his own agenda. He has his own agenda here. He has his own agenda here as well. You know what I mean? And then I'm going to shuffle these again now. He has his own agenda. He has his own agenda. I don't know. I'm not sure. Will the marriage last? Now, I'm going to be straight up here. I never read years and years ahead, and that's because the energy can change within the next 5 months. I do so many relationship readings. 1 minute they're hot, 5 months later they're cold, 3 months later they come back energy-wise. You always have free will to change. So I don't do long-term readings. I never have done. I'm an energy reader. I look around what's going on right now, okay? But let me just try and have a look a little bit in the near future, because I did hear the word crack starting to show. I hope this is going to be lasting, okay? Let's just get an idea for the next, say, 8 months. Okay, is it going to be a lasting connection? This is not good straight away. 4 of Cups means not getting the happiness you thought you would get. It's almost like, this is how I read this, okay? It's almost like she's been given this opportunity for family and marriage and engagement, but there's still something there she's not sure about. She's still not entirely happy in this connection. This is just her still not being happy. She's still not happy. Here's the golden cup coming through. I just feel that's kind of low moods and feeling pessimistic with her as well. I still feel that. Now, it could be a bit of like PTSD after everything she's gone through. It's going to really start to hit home and she'll struggle with that. I don't know, but that's not the best card to pick for the future connection in this marriage. Guys, that is the wedding card. I mean, that is the wedding card. This is like the celebratory card, the wedding card. If I usually get this in readings, it means a wedding, or traditionally it was like wedding, but now it could be more of a long-term partnership. But I do feel the wedding could go ahead. I do feel it could go ahead because that's the wedding card I just pulled for them. Guys, no. And this, again, you always get these slightly shady cards in there. 7 of Swords means lies and deceits, wrong intentions, wrongful intentions, I hear. God, I don't know. She just wants to be happy. I hear she's clutching at straws, so she's just trying to get whatever happiness she can. He has stood by her through thick and thin, but I do wonder why. Because I just feel that at some point he was going to have free reign of, when it comes to money and business and nest egg. And again, he sees her as a very beautiful, confident woman, but one that's very wealthy as well. So again, the love's there, the attraction's there, but he still realises what she's got. And I still feel like she's a nest egg for him. Because, we have the moon here, which means hidden feelings and emotions and things that's coming up behind the scenes. So I just feel in the future there's going to be, I do feel the wedding could go ahead for the fact that I do feel they want a child together. And she wants that stability and she wants to start afresh. But I feel also that he may try and start to take over control in a connection, and that's when it could break down again. I just feel it could break down again in the next year or two. Anyway, I wish them all the best. I hope they can work it through. I just hope she gets really good guidance this time, and she manages I just want somebody to manage her money, as in to make sure she doesn't lose it again or give it away if she gets married, and all of a sudden, she's going into these deals and investments that are going to be some bad investment choices that I think he will pick, investing in weird locations and stuff, which is going to be bad for her. Almost like her being talked into investing in property. And when I mean property, I don't just mean a house. I mean a whole building complex, like flats and condo complexes, whatever you would call it in America. I think they call it condo, not flats. It's almost like he's going to try and get her to invest in property, but in weird locations. And some of it is just not going to work out. So that's my only concern there. Really, about her money. Other than that, she does want to have a child. She wants another child. Now she's free to do that. I feel she will do it again. I hear sooner than later. And we did get the marriage card there. But I do feel cracks are going to start showing down the line. And yeah. I do wonder if there will be a third marriage for Britney later on. I do actually wonder. Would it be her third? Well, she was married for a short period of time, but that didn't really count. But I do see after him a potential another marriage, put it that way, when she's older, somebody different from him. I just feel there's going to be a third marriage. I have to count the marriages, guys. I'm so sorry. I can't remember them all. I know it's Kevin. Then it was the guy for literally like a night, wasn't it, in Las Vegas, a childhood friend. And then it would be this guy. This guy's the third, then that means there would be a fourth. Please let me know if I'm wrong there. Okay, that's it. Again, energy, very annoying. I feel he genuinely does love her. I feel he cares for her, but I still get that feeling it's a bit iffy. I just still get that feeling it's a bit iffy. I do. And he's hit the jackpot. I just heard he's hit the jackpot with her. So I'm gonna leave it there. I'm just gonna leave it there, guys. And let's just wish her all the happiness in the world. All the happiness in the world. Okay. Bye.